this legal entity. And you look at, I remember looking up, the duties or responsibilities of the Secretary of State, and part of it was, they're the holder of all certificates, bonds, registrations, And any businesses or entities that are set up are all done through the Secretary of State. So I thought, wait a second, why not do the same thing they did? So what I did is I went and did a DBA in Florida with the Secretary of State. And when I got on the site, it said, you cannot DBA your legal name. I said, okay, let's see what happens. And I went through it and I got down to the box that said, is this a trust, a partnership, incorporated, unincorporated? And I thought, here's the key. It's not incorporated. I went and did it. The next morning, I got a confirmation email from the Secretary of State that the DBA had been approved. So what did I do? I did the same thing they did. I created my own entity and a name that sounds very similar to the name that they did that was given to me upon my nativity. Okay. That's what people are doing, setting up corporations and things like that. And all these, one guy might freaking have, half a dozen different companies, different DBAs. Goes right back to what the Constitution said about being secure in your papers and your persons. Plural.
Yes. I'm fully aware. That's what the setback. That's what they were designed under. That's why they even have a notice of registered agent and a DBA assignment in the actual SATPAC, because we were perfecting that part of it as well. So I get exactly what you were doing and what you were accomplishing, and I say again, because you have accomplished that, then you need to go to the next level. And what is that level? Well, you've already told them this is what I am not. And so all you got to do is correct the stupid record.
So, this takes me back to the question I'm sure has been floating on a lot of people's minds. What are those securities in the minor account? Are there securities there that were established by the state, or is this just a reference to securities that may have been set up by minor?
You got to go back to the act that created the securities, and that was the New Deal. Remember, they took money out. So everybody's saying, well, they took money out. They leveraged it, and they collateralized this. Mortgage on all of the homes and all of the property of the people. Well, people are property, and so them and everything they possess has been leveraged or mortgaged. So of course they would have to create securities. Why? Because nobody's property is then or taken without and used for public use without just compensation. Well, if the government takes and puts a mortgage on your property, that means they're using your property or because the government cannot be private.
Leasing it.
And there's compensation there that you just haven't accessed.
Securities are your compensation, and that's why I've been telling people you need to be asking. Now we have proof that the vital records, vital statistics, pays the state per birth certificate. So where's compensation?
Pays the state.
This is what we're not doing. And because we're not doing it, we're the problem.
They're paying the state for each birth certificate. Vital statistics.
Yep, I'm missing a step.
Need all of the laws, but I would say you can contact the Library of Congress. I don't know if they'll let you get a copy of a page from the law, because if they could let you get a certified copy of a particular page from the law, that would be perfect, because then you can get a copy of the exact section where it is quoted in the law. But I don't think they'll do that because they want money, so they'll make you order the whole thing, and to order the whole record, it's hundreds of dollars in the actual. personally to order my documents shortly. Once you have that, you now have the record you use as exhibits and say, we have an agreement. I'm part of that contract. The new deal is a contract. So I'm part of that contract. I'm a party to the contract. Where is my compensation? You received my value. You have a mortgage on all of my property. Where's my compensation?
Mhm.
And it has to be just. It cannot be just according to what a case law said. It has to be just according to my means. It has to equal what you see. It's just compensation so that it's equal value. Right? And people are not receiving equal value. All this stuff about them taking somebody's home for constructing a bridge or something, eminent domain, and giving them what they claim the market value is? No. That's not what you give me. You don't give me the market value. The market value could be down this year. I've had this property for 40 years. So you have to give me the value of this property for 40 years. And the nostalgia and the heritage, and this was in the family for this many years, and we have memories. You have a whole lot more in compensation. Give me what the market value is. Nobody has ever brought those things up. Or they have ignored them. Go.
Interpretation of consideration.
Yes, because the Constitution doesn't define just compensation. It doesn't give a definition for just compensation. And because it doesn't give a definition, we have to deal with the normal understanding of just compensation. Just meaning fair,
Yeah.
equal, and compensation meaning when government sits up there and denies you, because you have to give government notice. When it denies, now you can take it to the federal courts. Because that's a federal agreement.
Oh.
And they cannot deny the agreement because once they agree to the agreement, then that's all she wrote. See, all of this I should have done a long time ago myself, but I just don't have the time. I have too many things going on. We have to create prospectus. We have to create these other things dealing with the Securities Exchange Commission. I've been putting this stuff off, and I now have to do it. And so I just don't have the time to go and make government see that this is the wrong man to be messing with. But they're starting to get the idea because the DMV just received a 1099C and 1099 for $300,000 that they're just gonna have to deal with. Oh, by the way, did you all know that discharge does not mean actual discharge? Interesting. You notice how it says that cancellation when you do a 1099C, it means cancellation?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, 1099C discharge without debt cancellation. Discharge is not actual discharge. They say because they discharge according to their policies, when they do a 1099C, well, they're not actually discharging the debt. Excuse me? What the? If they're discharging the debt, they're receiving a tax credit when they do the 1099C. But nobody's bringing that up. And how do you get rid of the debt quote? Do you know? I give you this little advice that I'm gonna have to get off because I gotta finish this meeting.
You get rid of a what? A debt?
The debt from a bank. They say you owe them some money. How do you do it without sending them any money? Good question. See. To the debt.
I did that
There's a
already,
tiger
though.
ledger, isn't there? Yours and theirs. Nobody's paying attention. They gave you the right. You give them the right. Cancel the debt.
I did that already.
Follow the
Yeah, I think there's accrual method.
They've been using it. GAAP just was created and accepted nationally and internationally in the 1980s? Or was it the 2000s? I don't know when GAAP was done. But GAAP was done. But their normal policy. Because remember, the government doesn't deal with debts. Everybody misunderstands that. The government doesn't deal with debts. They deal with debits and credits only. The IRS is a debt collector. Why are they a debt collector? Because the IRS is not government. The IRS is a debt collector.
Oh my gosh.
They're commerce. The Treasury is not government. It engages in commerce. While engaging in commerce.
So, Dan, you'd like this.
Yes.
I was sitting with a guy that was like a multi-millionaire here several weeks ago, and there's 400 or 500 guys around, and Bitcoin and different stuff, and he was trying to explain how money is really used, and it wasn't clicking in these guys' head. And I said, listen, it's like this. The peasants use Federal Reserve notes. The rich deal in credit. And he looked at me and said, exactly. That's how it's done.
Knowing that to people since the 1990s. It's all about credit. And you have to offset. It's not about discharge, even though that's the word used in the statute. It's
Offset.
about offset. Offset is your common law right. Nobody can take that away from you.
Cool.
That's why you do the 1099-C. But I've been doing videos for a whole year telling people go read what the 1099-C is for.
Huh?
1099-C is to offset debt.
Set to go out and buy new cars and new houses.
Yeah, some people have used the 1099-A as a card, but it isn't the 1099-A that got the card. The 1099-A, if you read the instructions, 1099-A doesn't do anything. Bring it to a bank and they have to do all that talking because they have to find a tax agent who knows how to do the whole process.
Oh.
So there are other forms that the bank needs to fill out that they need to process. And that's what the people are not realizing. So they're all the way out there and they have a mixed understanding of it, mixed outcomes because they're not understanding the process. And I promise you, I am not going to do a video explaining to them how to do a 1099-A, 1099-C, or any of that stuff. Because they'll jump out there and start running without bothering to read the rules that says no running allowed.
Yep. People get a little over of information and they're out there for no run on the street with their underwear on their head.
That's why I told Chris, I did my video and I said, ask people to take a look at the rules, do their own research first. And he did a video telling people to go ahead and do their research first. Okay. People are not paying attention because he's not giving everybody all the details. Yes, he did the document, yes, the document worked. But there are easier ways to get the instructions. If I had the time, I could actually do a lot of things, but I don't have the time because there's too many things that we're working on that we're trying to get done for people. But if I had the time, I actually have buildings being built right now.
I have the time. I've been reading the instructions.
I could have everything all set up without going through a lot of headaches.
I've been reading the
I even
instructions.
found a guy, he did a video talking about credits, and he talked about tax credits,
Mm.
and he talked about monetization of tax credits. And I had to contact him. I called him on his cell phone and told him, thank you. I said, I have been yelling and screaming that you can monetize tax credits for years and people have not been getting it. So thank you for being the first one, other than myself on YouTube, for putting that information out there. He actually operates a business doing tax credits. The only problem is he only does it for tax credits coming back to them, like big corporations, because he charges $20,000 to do the paperwork.
Mm.
My opinion, yes, the paperwork is absolutely necessary, but $20,000 is way too much. He could do
it takes them just a couple hours or a few hours to pull everything out. Well,
I understand, but they stop thinking like that because they get, what's the word, greedy.
Seeing those dollar signs.
Oh, I got one other thing I'll mention before I get off to this. I did a video talking about the law and going into court and having the law as your counsel and telling the judge, I have the right to counsel and I choose as my counsel the law. No, you can't do that. You have to consult the law. So if you can consult the law, I have the right to consult the law. And as I told people, don't never bring the law in because they don't go by the law. They don't have any jurisdiction under the law. They have jurisdiction under statute, but not under the law. They are powerless under the law. And so a person just sent me an email saying they did this in court and the judge yelled and screamed and got irate. And they said, I stuck to my guns. And the judge said, we're going to have to continue this matter for another time. People, it's a logic that they can't get around. Because everybody has the right to counsel of choice. If I want to have a teddy bear come sit next to me in the courtroom like I did, and let that be my counsel, there's nobody who can argue with that.
All right, let's see what this guy has to say. This is somebody that maybe.
Hi, I am Taylor Moffat of Hollydean, and this video is about how to monetize tax credits. I'm with kelso.us. Our website is kelso.us, kelso.us. At any rate, yes, you can monetize tax credits. Yes, you can sell tax credits. Everybody says you can't, but that's wrong. Why is that wrong? Well, they're technically correct. You can't sell the tax credits, but you can securitize the tax credits and sell the underlying securities. So it'd be kind of like if someone says, Taylor, you can't sell this golf ball. And I go, okay. And then I have a cup. Here we go. And I say, hey, this golf ball is in this cup. I can sell the cup. The golf ball's in it. So cup for sale with whatever is in it. And someone can go, okay, I'll buy that cup. And that is exactly how you sell tax credits. You have to securitize the tax credits. That means you're going to turn them into a security, like a stock or a bond type thing. But we don't want to sell it as just a regular stock. You want to use something like a limited liability company membership percentage, or a limited partnership, master limited partnership, limited liability limited partnership. There are all different types of vehicles that you can use to do that. But here's how you do it. Number one, we have to value your tax credits and determine for how long are you going to forward sell your tax credits. You may want to sell your tax credits just for 1 year in the future, or 2 years in the future, or 5 years in the future. Normally people will say, oh, if you're going to securitize your tax credits, you're just kissing them all goodbye for everything in the future. But that's not the case. You can use derivative instruments to do anything you want. That's my specialty, and what I do is I help design stripped securities, derivative instruments, all types of things so that you can securitize and monetize your tax credits, because that's a whole bunch of money that you've got sitting on your balance sheet. I know a guy that has $14 million worth of tax credits, and they're just sitting there and he's not doing anything with them. And I thought, oh my gosh, there are probably a lot of clients that need this service. I'll make a video and I'll try to reach a few people. And if you've got all of these millions of dollars worth of tax credits sitting there, sell those things. That's your money. Get it. So I can help you do that. What we do is we first design something. We decide how long you're going to sell, and then we create a value for that. We have to do a formal business valuation with pro formas and everything so that investors can look at this and see what it is. And then we put together an offering. We securitize it. We want to use an instrument that's safe for you. You don't want to pay your dividends away to other people. You don't want to pay company profits. You don't want to give liquidation rights to people. You don't want to give voting rights to people. You have to design all of that stuff. So you're just transferring an empty cup only with the tax credits
That's
in it
probably how
and none of the other good stuff that you want to
Elon
keep,
Musk
like
does
voting
it.
control of your company. So we create a valuation, we create the instrument, we create everything, and then we create a registration statement. And the registration statement is all of this information that's been put together, the risks and everything involved. And then I will draft all of that stuff. Your attorney signs off on it, blesses it, and then files it with the SEC. This is really easy to do. People make a big deal out of it. It's not that tough. It just takes a lot of hours, and someone like me can do a lot of the work and save you money instead of going to an expensive SEC law firm and paying them $500 an hour. You can have someone like me who's a faster worker, more efficient. I do the same thing over and over and over, and I can do it much more efficiently and save you a ton of money. And then you have your attorney look it over and sign off on it. They'll make obligatory changes so that they justify their fees to you. And then they file it with the SEC. And as soon as they do, you can advertise your tax credits for sale. And here's how you do that. Is it tough? People are always intimidated. Taylor, will you sell them for me? No, I don't sell securities. I don't sell tax credits. I don't do any of that stuff. I used to work in a firm that did when I was securities licensed. And it's very easy. You don't need to pay someone else. You don't need to hire an investment bank to sell your tax credits for you. You can do it yourself and save a bunch of money. And I'll show you how. Here's how you sell it. You just advertise it and say tax credits for sale, 50% discount on your taxes. There are a ton of people out there that owe a lot of money in taxes and want a discount. I mean, this is not rocket science. There are a lot of people that want a 50% discount on their taxes. It's kind of like if you go to a baseball game and there's a guy out there in the front, you're about to pay $50 for a ticket. And there's a guy standing there that says, hey, they're $50. I'll give you mine for 20. And you go, okay. You give the guy $20, you go in. Same kind of thing here with the tax credits. Rather than give the IRS $100,000, someone's going to say, well, I'll just give you $50,000 and buy your tax credits. And then they basically just bought a 50% discount on their taxes. I mean, you can't lose with it. It's a fantastic deal for whoever buys your tax credits. Really easy to do. You can just put an ad on the internet. If you're really that intimidated by selling it, I can recommend investment bankers for you that'll sell it for a fee. Although I don't think you need to do that. I don't think you need to pay them to do that. I think you could do it yourself. But at any rate, again, just for the record, I do not sell securities. I do not do legal advice. I do not do tax advice. I will do the financial econometrics and valuation. I will write your business plan. I will structure the deal. I will give you business advisory services. Your attorney is not trained in business. I've got an MBA with a specialty in finance. I did a 6-year apprenticeship at a financial firm, worked my way up to be the #2 guy in the firm. And in addition to that, I've got almost all of a PhD in finance. Just have to finish my dissertation and I've been too lazy. But at any rate, I do have the qualifications to give financial advisory services regarding business advice. So I can write these materials for you. I can put it together for you on a payment plan. So you don't even have to pay for everything up front. You can just kind of pay as you go and away you go. I would say if you don't have at least $1 million worth of tax credits for sale, just keep them and use them yourself. If you've got $100,000 worth of tax credits and you want to sell those, it might really not be worth it. $500,000, maybe it's worth it. If you've got $10 million worth of tax credits for sale, this is definitely worth it. And you need to call me right away because you're going to get a bunch of money that would have just sit there and done nothing. I mean, you have money sitting on your balance sheet. That is cash. And you need to take it because it's yours. Why let it just sit there and go to waste? If you had $100,000 sitting anywhere around your house, you wouldn't just let that blow out the door when somebody opens it. You would grab it and take care of it. So if you've got more than $1 million worth of tax credits out there, you need to take that. But at any rate, I'm glad to help you with that sort of thing. That's my specialty. My website is kelso.us, KELSO.us. And my name is Taylor Moffitt of Hollydean. If you just came in and you're watching this video and nobody referred you over to the website, we usually work with professional referrals. You can call my cell phone directly because it's pretty hard to get through the website unless somebody referred you. So my cell phone is 515-851-5002. That's 515-851-5002. Thanks and God bless.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Hi, I am Taylor Moffitt.
Taylor Moffitt. Well, I have no idea what I am getting into. Oh my gosh. How do we even know how many tax credits we have? He's gonna have to tell us. I'm gonna have to give him a call, I guess. No time like the present. I'm gonna give it a try. I have no idea what I'm doing. None whatsoever.